Yeah, you can go live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our another session of our expert talks. So today we have Mr. Ramaswamy Sundaram, a genius and intellect, a very experienced man when it comes to project management. He is the quality control head, the manager of quality controls in his organization, and he has been deputed at various organizations to look at quality controls and analyze certain aspects of what quality and how quality is important for organizations. So he's basically into petroleum, oil, and chemicals. So, all these areas are of keen interest to him. So he's a very versatile person when it comes to management, strategic management, and all the construction details as such. So welcome to you, sir. And all of us are very keen to listen to you today. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Koral, and thanks to Amity team. It's a great pleasure to talk to you and share knowledge. It was a nice opportunity for me, and I appreciate your efforts. Students all are in?
Yeah, they can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm Sundar. Basically, I'm trained in, worked, my deliverables are demonstrated in oil and gas projects all over the Middle East as well as in Europe. It was a nice opportunity for me to work with the great companies, and we returned for our betterments, and I'm doing now freelance activities. And Amity gave me a very good opportunity to complete my MBA. And first of all, my sincere thanks to Dr. Koral and the entire Amity team who successfully helped me to complete the MBA program. Okay, can we start? Basically, when we handle the multiple projects, we will know how the management is functioning, the core engineering of ExxonMobil or Shell, any oil companies. Even if you come to the airline industries, the entire management is functioning differently. When you are inside as a project management company or as a EPC contractor, the client requirement we need to meet by using all the integrated and agile management. Basically, how it is functioning, that is the thing now we are going to discuss. Basically, any project, it starts with the feed stage. We call it as a front-end engineering design stage, then the planning stage, then the implementation and monitoring and process control stages. The basic design or the feasibility stage we call, you can use this one to any industry, whether it's a manufacturing or fabrication or the service industry, even the educational institution. What is the purpose? What are all the, who are all the benefits and how the profit margin works? During the process, the project management companies or multinational companies like Worley Parson, Amek Foster Wheeler, these are all the people in India. Engineers India Limited is for companies. There are many management like PwC. There are companies who is executing the project management. And the engineering and procurement companies, you must be knowing everywhere, the metro activities are going on. I will just cover overall. Metro, if you see, they are all the EPC contractors who does the basic engineering and field engineering on the procurement activities on construction and execution. Their activities, how it is managed, each and every sequence, compliance, non-compliance, the client requirement also will keeps on changing. I can give you one good example. During the metro construction, the basic designs are ready. Authorities approval they apply. During the construction phase, you will find the interface problem, like some underground facilities or trees. You need to cut the trees, then you get the different external opposition. So how to handle these things? Basically, management will handle these are all the things. Okay. I hope all can understand this one. These are all very common area only I am talking about. And all this execution of the works being approved by the third-party inspection agencies. Generally, Lloyds, Bureau Veritas, these are all the people, they approve from the raw material, from the construction stage, mainly inspection, and anything non-compliance that arises during the construction phase with the concurrence of design deviation. For example, I can give you one of the projects where we handle all the materials were approved, all the design factors has been approved, installation done, we were doing the commissioning activities. Only thing is it was close to the seashore. The one thing what everyone missed was it's a common sense and general knowledge. High tide and low tide, it will always impact any services, underground services. So the pipelines during the full moon day, it started rising in spite of the adequate supports were given. It was keep on breaking. So it took a lot of effort to use the inside cameras and identify. Then we found even the major civil support was broken. Okay, these are all the key areas where company, they work together to fix the issues. Then there are other companies, the management companies, operation and maintenance companies. I can give you an example for the turbines, which produces power around the globally. In India, everywhere, the Ramagundam, there are many areas are there where the main power generation is there. They share, even the Gujarat, the biggest power projects are there. If you want to order only the GE machine, General Electric, or Mitsubishi, the Japanese machine, ABB, Asia Brown Boveri, from they took over to Alstom and other thing. Everyone has got a base in India. They're operating from Noida, Pune, as well as the engineering ground from Bangalore. These companies, everyone has got the license to the major companies. So they will manufacture in India and they will deliver to the even global, as Middle East, wherever, even Europe. One of the project clause was very interesting. Only machines are acceptable, which is made in US or Europe origin. But the company, what they took is from the France, and they gave the orders to China, India. I came here for inspection along with the client in order to show. The question interestingly happened, why you are doing it in the other countries, deviation from the contractual obligations. Then we tried to convince the client, see, this is the way how it is done. And the interesting part of is the lesson learned register. Any job, wherever we do, or the job has been done, there is a register called lesson learned register. Whatever happened in the previous, to prevent the reoccurrences and to modify, to update, we do the reference from the lesson learned register. And very critical activity starts in any industry, whether you work in office or in any other project, the safety is very important. We call it as a safety moment before starting any activity. Unsafe actions, unsafe will lead to unsafe condition, which will lead to incident. For example, in office, there are fire hazards are there. So even the kettles, the small tea making, coffee making, it can make an electrical fault and it can damage the properties. So you should be a very good observer on the safety when it comes. I'm sure all our students, everyone will be driving two-wheeler or four-wheeler. Respect the speed limit and do not do unacceptable things. I come across with many things. Unfortunately, we have a different system. We cannot stop. But in generally, anything you observe abnormal, which can lead to incident, in site erection, we have a right to stop the activity. It's basically a culture. So not only here in India, I have seen other places also. Unsafe condition in public, which your unsafe act is lead to others' damage, road accidents, whatever we see. I saw people, they drive two-wheeler, but I saw one guy is keeping his leg to the another two-wheeler to make sure that he is reaching up to the petrol pump or the mechanic shop, which are all unacceptable. Then when it comes to this identification of the risk management and mitigation, the job, what you intend to do, if you know the risk is involved potentially, which could damage a personal damage, or it could lead to some other property damage, we cannot leave any work. Another example, I can give again metro because it is the thing happening in India all over the places. The heavy lift, when they lift, sorry, recently in Bangalore also a couple of incidents. The sub-adequate support was not there, so it caused a human loss through damages. Though the safety aspects is considered, it is not adapted 100% on the personal safety. Then the risk management, how to handle, we cannot avoid the risk. You have to face the risk, manage the risk, or escalate the risk. Escalate the risk is another example you might have seen in many areas. If there is an incident, instead of like domino effects, they immediately barricade that area, not to get in close to the next to this one. So mitigation means, what I want to tell you is, you can mitigate any unacceptable activities. Crane lift, that is also one of the good, this one. Always they lift, even the crane can tilt. It will damage the other properties, even the moving vehicles. So I request you, follow your personal safety in office, while driving, or whichever the work you are doing. It is site work or normal traveling, it is applicable to everybody. There are major clients for mainly in the oil and gas. Is one of the leading is Aramco, ADNOC, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Aramco is Arab American company. QP, Qatar Petroleum, Sinopec, and Lukoil is one of the Russian company, where recently I was involved in the quality management and installation in Iraq. Is one of the dangerous place. Then as a power generation side, if you come in the Middle East, of course, why Water Electricity and Water Authority, they have a major power generation and water projects they handle. Continuously, there are many years, maybe more than 20, 25 years, the projects are going on. The reason why I'm telling you these clients, all these clients, the way how they handle with tie-up shareholders and the consortium partners, I can say, that means joint venture together. Best example is, I can give you the this ADNOC team. They take the engineering license from ExxonMobil. But ExxonMobil representative, there will be a percentage, the few percentage, maybe 20, 30%. The major shareholders are the locals. It's a 51-49 in Middle East, always it goes. Then this team is involved of the technical experts, project management professional, then the EPC contractors, engineering, procurement, construction contractors. Then it comes to inspection agencies and the completion, commissioning, and the final handing over. Interestingly, I would like to give one more example on this, though it is or the other companies. In India, ONGC has got a very good share along with everybody, including Lukoil, ADNOC, even Reliance, they are there. Their representative will be there. The way how they communicate each other is in a very systematic manner. Any approvals on the design changes, it will be shared to the team, and the decision maker will be the end user. Okay, and this sequence always it goes up and down, but still somebody says Rhinopec is number one oil, then Lukoil it goes. Interestingly, the Lukoil has got every company technical specification also it changes. That is called the change management. Somebody, I can give you Noida and Delhi difference is maybe around 300 to 400 kilometers or 200, whatever is there. Even 300 kilometers difference, the requirement will change. The requirement and the specific need, it will vary. And based on the price structure, the management will decide, the private parties, whoever involved, they will handle these things in order to, but without anything they do, without compromising on the safety and quality. All the companies, the airline or our industry, oil and gas, any contracting company, major departments are, first is the health, safety and environmental. These management are responsible to implement the personal health and safety, general safety, and any action they are doing. The chemical industry, they cannot go and dump the wastage in the river, because there are preventive measures are there. There are certifications are there, you need to compliance, otherwise they cancel the license. It's very common in some of the areas in India, after the dyeing, I think in textile industry, they will dump these things in the river. But they have taken all the measures to prevent all those. Even they put a fine, they put a seal to the company. Nowadays, it is reduced, though it is damaged the groundwater level. It is very hard. It's hard water. It's affect the human. Even if you see most of the people in Bangalore, they always cough, whether it's a rain or not, because the bore water is so hard. And that's why everybody, when it is connected with the personal safety, because health, we put everybody RO, that, what do you call that, water purifier in the house. We check the conductivity, make sure that you are safe, because of the others' mistakes should not affect you. Then the entire quality management system, how it is functioning, it's basically, it's together. Safety and quality always like a two eyes, they say. No one will buy from the market the poor quality, knowingly. Always they need the best quality or fitness for the purpose. Is best example, you need a BMW or you need a normal car where you want to transport. Your purpose is to travel safely. So the quality means it should be a trouble-free. Maruti is the best example. In India, we see a lot of Marutis because easy in maintenance and user-friendly. You don't get in unnecessary expensive and other things. It's almost like a maintenance-free travel a lot. This car, I can see a lot of vehicles in the Maruti. Still, it dominates the major areas of this. Then all the companies have the project management and the contract administration who monitor the milestone, because you have level 1, level 2, level 3 schedules will be there. These schedules are to meet the project deadlines. Like there are some cases on August 15, they want to commission, they want to start. Whether the job, normally it goes up to 80% very easily because of the more effective involvement on the construction phase or coordination phase. After reaching the 80%, there are some practical setbacks or there, because you don't get the work friend to complete the task. At the time, what will happen? You need to accelerate. Your deliverables will be closely monitored, and you have to interact each other, communicate each other to release the roadblocks. Okay. Then the procurement portion comes. Procurement portion, always the list of vendors or suppliers will be there. Simple example, you have a washing machine, but one particular item is damaged. You want to buy it in the available market. Of course, everybody knows this. Go to Amazon and you buy it. Most of the items are ready-made shelf item we call, like not washer, something is gone. Tap is a shower, you change it. But some specialized area, they use only the specialized material, and with the guarantee and warranty, you will go to the particular area, companies only. And the construction phase, construction department will handle, and commissioning and handing over means, I can give you another example for the apartment construction is going up. Here they say OC, I think occupational certificate, ready for occupancy, something like that. There are checklists, everything will checklist, and approval, the authority approval will be there. Then only they will give, and the client will, or the buyer, they will take it. Similarly, the project after completion, trial run test, commission, effectively produce the required power or pump the required oil. Here, interestingly, smallest mistake, again, like what I said, high tide, low tide. Once there was an order for that 10 water tanks. The same order was repeated. Unfortunately, this was for the diesel. Everything was ready. We delivered the first water tanks. Client was very happy. The next one was the diesel tank. They rejected all the 10 tanks. You might have seen all the trailers, trucker trailers, whatever this Indian oil, they're plying on the road. The reason is the designer is basically, again, logic and common sense. The specific gravity of the water is 1, whereas the diesel was 0.85. It's okay, you cannot say it's engineering, but still the common sense of this designer, he missed out. So the entire this one was rejected. So unless the final handing over to the client to meet the requirement is there, always it's a surprises. But to prevent all these reverse, this one only, we are putting each and every time the checkpoint, sequence of activity, design verification, design approval. So when they make the checklist or inspection and test plan, they say method statement, any activity you do, you write, you mock up. Mock up is also one of the good one. Before you do anything, do a small sample. It's like a kitchen. You know, in YouTube, you will see, they'll come with a clear dress and other thing. They will prepare very nicely. NTR, I can give you the nearest example. On many, what do you call the head bar kitchen, they make all those things. But when we make it, will not come like that. That is different. The mock-up test will help you to do all those things. Then regarding the positive observation, I would like to highlight one of the projects, what we handle, it is for ADNOC. They used to call it as a ZATCO. I handle in Far East as well as in India, and at now in Italy, 4 sites we were covering. First 2 years it was traveling. Then interestingly, the agile management was visible clearly, and we could able to prevent in a proactive manner many flaws. It was almost like a flawless delivery at the end. Only the worst to be completed. Like you buy a Amazon parcel, like a shelf you are buying, even the TV, the wall hanging. You bring it to house, you know the instruction is there, what are all the things needs to be fixed, assembled. So like that we arranged, it was, though it was 4 billion total, the particular specific area was hardly close to 2 billion, almost like a zero defect. We could able to perform as a teamwork. It is not an individual deliverable. The entire team worked towards a positive attitude. That's why they say positive observation. We got an award for the 3 times, and we implemented the client requirement. Rejection means it's a reschedule. Basically, when you go for something to check whether everything is okay, you cannot reject. You can always reschedule it, or anything is there, we will try to ensure with like change of material or change of the sequence is okay, but what should I say, unacceptable. We will make it on the certification side or inspection side, or the interface activities also we do. And there is a defined KPI is there for everybody, like a project sales, they should meet a target, and even performance, the measure monitored by the KPI only. So project teams are well conversant in this. Just a second, I would like to share the videos. Oh, sorry. The purpose of this session is to understand how the companies are executing the projects globally and how the management team is working. Though they say it is a US-based company or the operators. Just a second. The computer is hanging. Just a second. Excuse me. Just give me a second. Sorry, just my laptop is hanging. Just I'll play a couple of videos just to get the idea of what is this, so that you get a brief idea. One is on the west corner site in Iraq, how the management of oil and gas, this Russian company, they handle. And another one is the UZ750. That means from 500 million to 700 million it went, then it went to 950 million. Artificial island made. Basically, Yeah, I hope you can hear me now. Sorry. The reason why I played these two videos, the user 750, the ADNOC project, it was $6 billion project. This was technical experts for ExxonMobil, and the job was done with the concurrence of all the major experts in globally, oil field specialists, as well as the construction specialists. And Lukoil, the reason why I shared is it was very challenging. It was done inside the military base where the safety and security measures were very challenging. We did the Agile management. It was covering directly on its embedded system, what we call. Maybe the terminology is, we call it as a integrated and it's embedded. Ultimately, we reached the goal. We are in the final stage of the commission. And this PPT, I would like to share with all the KPI management. And one of the main reason why all these PMT management and contract management, everything is involved. With another one example, I can tell you, I hope you have seen all the aviation in the airports. All the fuels which are shared by the Indian Oil, BP, Shell, all the major clients are there, suppliers are there. And this is generally how we completed and prior to transportation of this model, which was 1,500 ton. And these are all the key areas of these oil and gas companies, projects mainly. My email address, as well as contact WhatsApp number is there. And I just focus on more. There are some questions, are there?
Yes, yes, sir. We have some questions from the students.
Yes.
Neha, can you just ask, see if you have some questions? So this was a very interesting session, sir, on agile management.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
I think with the kind of uncertainties that we are facing in today's environment,
Yes.
I think this is a very apt topic for you to touch upon, and sharing your personal experiences here with the kind of photography and videography that was there, I think has definitely added to the dimension of what agile management is all about.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thanks a lot. First, I have a little bit, maybe I'm influencing more on the technical, but I would like to cover on more on the general also.
Yes, definitely. It was a very general topic. Yeah. Neha, can we have some questions?
Yes, ma'am. Mainly questions are regarding agile practices in QA, QC. So students are concerned about that, how they can focus upon this stream more, and what are the scope? What is the scope for them in the future?
I understood from the media as well as the way how we are India. We are in the very growing curve, growing path. You know, up to 2030, they say milestone, we need a lot of project management people. That's why my son, I can give you an example. After the BTech, I put him in, I did my MBA. You need the management technique. The agile management is talking interrelated. It's any changes, any, communicate each other. It should be any or anything you do, it should communicate and immediately the implemented. There are some few setbacks are there, like the defined time frame limit. Again, it keeps on changing. You might have seen in India, not only in India, many global projects are delayed, unpredicted. You cannot implement. So whenever the delay occurs, it's a domino effect, it will happen along with the flow. That's what my understanding is.
Thank you so much, sir. So today we had with us honorable guest, Mr. Ramaswamy Sundaram, QA/QC engineer, AMEC International Limited, and our respected Deputy Director, Dr. Coral Barbosa. All the faculty members are here, and there are so many participants who are here with us. I thank you all on the behalf of Amity University Online. I would also like to extend my gratitude to our director, Sir Professor Abhinash Kumar, because of whom these expert talks are being held, and our chairman, Sir Mr. Ajit Chauhan, in his absentia, for providing us these wonderful opportunities. Sir, thank you so much. Ramaswamy sir, you are such a knowledgeable person, and you have covered each and every aspect in such a general manner that our students were able to comprehend with this. Coral ma'am, a few words from your side.
So I would just like to say it was definitely a very educative session for all our students. A very relevant topic, in fact, on agile management. Basically, it talks about how projects are being developed, what is the criteria, to be taken into consideration when we are concerned about, in terms of taking a particular project or so. So I think this was something that's relevant for today's environment, especially for the students who are getting into a very volatile environment today. So thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insights. And students, we have just shared a feedback sheet with all of you. There is a feedback link. Please click on that link and share your response, share your feedback, and please do tell us what are the other topics that you are interested in. So future sessions of experts can touch upon these topics based on your preferences, and we can look into all of these concerns. So thank you very much, sir,
Thank
Ramaswamy
you
sir.
very much,
Thank you.
Dr. Carol. Thanks a lot to you and your team and Amity. It's a nice thing to share the knowledge. Of course, I'm learning every day. Every day is a learning process. I learned many things from you as well as from Amity. It was a very good to be part of this program.
Yeah.
I appreciate your support always.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very much. I hope you can share the TP to the team students.